Happy Monday, everybody. It's early here in February. Just got a nice fluffing of snow here. I'm going to take you guys out to the shed here and show you guys our brooder house. Real simple little project that we put together. It's I think 0 degrees right now, maybe -1, and we've got no heat in the shed except for the brooder lamps, and it's worked out really well for us. Really cheap little setup, easy to put together. So there's our setup right there. It's got 275-watt flood lamps in there, the hard bulbs. You know, you come in here and the thermostat on the wall's reading 0.5 degrees in the shed, 41 degrees, and that's the top of the plywood underneath here. This is real nice and warm. I put my hand in this mulch. You can see my sensor probes right here. I've just got it right touching down on the top here, and I know if the chicks are nice and happy, that gives me a good idea where my temperature should be at. So the shed's 0.5 degrees, but underneath that thing, the top of the plywood's 41 degrees. So they're nice and toasty warm under there. A little shot underneath. There's the chicks. A little shy here, but they'll come up for a little bite of food here. Got the water out here. I got this other flood lamp with a 250-watt brooder bulb in it, and they got their place. They're just, I don't find them as good. The bulbs are fragile. Birds are flying up into them. Very inefficient. All the heat is lost. Where underneath here, it basically goes up another 12 inches underneath there. I'll get in there and see if I can get a video of it for you. It goes up and it actually holds the heat in under there and focuses it right on the birds. They've been in here for a good 10-12 days. The birds are only maybe 2.5 weeks old, just getting there now, starting to feather up a little bit, and they're happy. They can come out in the cool, they can go back under in the warmth. Anyone who says the chick's got to be sitting at 100 degrees full time, well, it's 0.5 degrees in the shed right now, and these guys, if I didn't just disturb them, every single one of them would be out here at the feeder right now. Real simple design. I think the total build cost, one sheet of plywood, a couple porcelain moguls, a couple bulbs. I think we were into it for maybe $50. And then we just decided we gave them a sheet of plywood screwed to the wall there and here, so they got a 5.5 foot by 8 foot area that they can go in. Should be able to easily do 150 birds in there without overcrowding them. 200, upwards of 200, but 100 to 150. We'll be doing our heritage breeds. We're going to be doing some of the barred rocks for some meat birds, and as well as we'll keep a couple because they're decent layers. And these are mostly Americana chicks, Easter eggers, and a couple farmyard crosses. And they lay like everywhere from a blue egg to green to brown. We got the full gamut here. Nice size, decent eggs. Good birds, real nice temperament on them. They're friendly guys. Highly recommend to have a couple of these, either Americana or Easter egger or Arcanas, depending on your weather that you get there, if it's not too cold. Real nice temperament bird, lay eggs consistently, and they're not just at the feeder all day. They'll go out and forage around. So anyways, this is our brooder setup in the shed. Like I say, we're 0.5 degrees. The little sensor cooled off there. It's saying 37.5 degrees right now, but that'll warm back up. You put your hand under those chips, and we put a couple inch lip around there, and that little lip holds in enough chips. You know, it's nice and thick. We got 3 inches anyways of shavings, and it's not like it gets wasted, because as soon as their pen is dirty, we just break that stuff out and put that stuff in and keep rotating it around. Yeah, real simple little setup. There's a windbreak obviously being inside the building here, but that little brooder setup could go out in your barn. They can go right outside, but I recommend, you know, you want some protection for your chicks, so I'd have, you know, you could build something as small as an 8 foot by 5 foot little, like almost like a little kennel. I'd build it high enough that you can walk in there easily, and you know, this can be right outside with a little roof just to keep the wind off, right? Wind's the big one. You can get that cold wind really hard on any of the birds, really. But if you give them a nice out of the wind little spot, like I said, that thing could sit outside. We hit temperatures of, I think, -23, -24 this winter. In my main coop, none of my birds have heat out there. They just wind break. You know, they're out of the wind, and they had 0 issues out there. The birds look healthy. They're laying eggs right through the winter. They never really stopped laying eggs. They slowed down a few of them, but they basically all bounced right back here in February. I think we, off of 30 some layers, we got 20 odd eggs yesterday. So, you know, midwinter, that's pretty good numbers. So that's our brooder. Nothing overly fancy, just out in the little, you know, the old little shed out back, and easily houses. I got 22 birds in here, and another 50 eggs in the incubator. Should be done in about 5-6 days, and we'll update you when we put the next batch of birds in. Everybody have a great day.